Hi everyone, it's Anne Sinclair from Digestive Detective, and today we are talking about rest and relaxation, or ask a question. So I've had no questions come in, so I thought I'd talk about rest and relaxation. Rest and relaxation both go together hand in hand. They are equally important, and as we're coming up to this time of the year, it's good mindset to sort of try and get into what they both mean and how they can benefit you. So if you don't have rest and relaxation, you will find that you will get sick as time goes on and your health will deteriorate. So one of the things, as we come to the end of the year, we're moving from one thing to another really quickly, and there's lots of struggle going on to get things done. So let's talk about rest first. Rest and relaxation do not have to go together. They can be as a single, but they generally do go together. So let's talk about rest first. Rest is defined by a movement, whereas movement ceased or stopped in order to rest or sleep or recover. So when we go to bed at night, this is when we need to rest. And while doing our resting, our body repairs and brings on all those gets rid of all the metabolic waste, changes how our body repairs. They can't be done physically during the day. So the body's repair system is generally between 11 and 2. And so if you're not in bed by 11 o'clock, you're actually missing part of that cycle. So it's good to sort of bring your sleep time back and then be ready for the cycle. And coming up to this time of year, we're already overly fatigued, and so getting that done, pulling back and having that recommended sleep hours and stuff is fantastic, and that will get you through going on holidays and not falling sick. So as adults, we require about 7 to 9 hours sleep. Some people can be less and others can be more, but basically that's sort of the general average. And 7 to 9 has a lasting effect on our overall body function. So, doing just, yes, Cheryl, you do need to get to bed earlier. Me too, actually, at the minute. So lack of rest can lead to lots of things. We can get memory issues, poor concentration, hence my poor concentration, impaired judgment. So being sleep deprived, as we've all this can affect your judgment as much as being drunk. So if you're driving and you're severely sleep deprived, that can be an issue in your, it lowers your stress threshold, it slows down your repair time, your reaction time, it can make you more irritable and cranky, which is true for me, and it stops you from being social, because when you're tired and cranky, you don't want to go out, you don't want to participate in anything that's social. So not having enough rest can do that. So lack of rest can also mess with your body temperature, your breathing, your heart rate, and it can also increase your blood pressure. So they're all physiologically things that it can do. Can also, this is for the ladies mostly, can also impair with your anti-aging mechanism. So you're more likely to get wrinkles and have weight gain, because weight gain is linked to our metabolism and our immune system. So when you're not getting enough sleep, your body is, a couple of things, you crave high fat, high carb food, so you tend to eat them more often, and then you think that they will keep you full and keep you active. So I know when I was a retailer, and at Christmas time especially, I would work from about 6 in the morning until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would have hot chips and burgers, and as much as I thought it was helping me, I was just getting more and more fatigued. So it's best to try and eat well in that sort of thing. And sleep loss also stimulates your appetite, again, because you're trying to fuel yourself to keep going. So if you are sleep deprived, try and get good quality foods into you, because that will then help your body process properly. So even though you're already fatigued, go for something that's a little bit more healthy. And so relaxation is an art, is the art of relaxing. And it can be defined as releasing of tension and refreshment of the mind and the body, essentially. So it differs from rest, because you don't necessarily have to be asleep, whereas rest is all about having a sleep. So relaxation occurs while we're awake, and it's always involves us engaging and in activities that we enjoy. And I ask this question quite a lot in clinic about what do you do for fun? Because I think that's really indicative of how people live their life. And not a lot of people can answer that question straight off the bat. I've had a few really great answers lately, but normally people sit there for a long time and can't think what they do for fun. And that's inherently stuck in our how our body recovers and rejuvenates, and how our nervous system plays a part in that. When we relax, it improves our moods and our cognitive function as well. So especially around making decisions, our memory, it lowers our risk of depression, anxiety, and other heart-related issues. So it's all about keeping that body physiologically ticking over. And if we don't get enough rest, we talked about those same things being an issue. And if you're not getting a relaxation, they also can be an issue. And I find we have a whole society of people that cannot relax right now. Nobody does anything for relaxation. Even sitting on the lounge watching TV, people take that to be a sign that they're not doing enough. They have to be go, go, go all the time, which is not necessarily a good thing, because when we relax, we also help boost our immunity. And this helps us moderate, again, what we're eating, because our neurotransmitters are giving us the signal that we're full, we're happy, we're satiated, so we don't need extra food. And also being relaxed helps our ability to cope. We can cope with things. It makes us more resilient, and it also improves the quality of our sleep. So if you're not relaxed, and you can get uptight, and I know this from first-hand experience because my husband's having issues with this right now. He has been so stressed for a period of months, and now that we're winding down to the end of the year, and he is physically exhausted, but he can't sleep because he can't relax. So we need to get him in the swing of things. So no screens can be beneficial here. So it's important that you spend time throughout the year investing in relaxation and rest, not just as we come up to the holiday season. And we see this time and time again by the people who don't do this, because they're the person that goes on holidays and they go, we will go to a tropical island or something and have a great time hanging around the pool. On the first day they get sick. And then their holiday is basically they're sick for the whole period of time. And that's because they have not allowed themselves to relax, and their immune system's been overworked to the max. So there are some foods and lifestyle practices that can help with both of these conditions. So for rest and relaxation, so let's do rest first. So rest, some of the really good things that are nurturing your immune system and your nervous system, which can help you go to sleep, are oats. Oats are fantastic for the nervous system. They're very calming and very gentle. And when I think of oats, they're like giving somebody a warm hug. And cherries, there's been a lot of research on cherries around cherries, and they increase your level of melatonin in your brain, and they help get you into your sleep cycle. So cherries are really good. Herbal teas are fantastic, like chamomile, green tea, passion flower, lemon balm, all those sorts of, they're really not sedating, but they do drop you down into a lower level of energy level when you drink them. So they're really good for that. Meditation's fantastic, because that can get you into a space where it's easy enough to go to sleep. And I know lots of people who practice meditation before they go to bed. Cacao powder is great because it has tryptophan, and tryptophan is one of those substances that can turn through the body and also get us to go to sleep. And cacao actually has magnesium in it as well, and magnesium is absolutely one of the most fantastic things for getting people to sleep at night. So if you can't sleep, take a small amount of magnesium, and that should get you on your way. Some other things to think about too for rest if you can't sleep: sleep hygiene. Make sure you have no computers or laptops or iPhones or stuff in your bedroom, because they emit electric magnetic frequency, and that can keep people awake at night. If you have your phone in your room, switch it to silent, and that way you're not impacted by that, because some people, that can be the only thing that's keeping them awake at night. Looking at the blue screen for about an hour before you go to bed is detrimental to sleep. So those sorts of things you can easily implement. So body loves everybody's body loves a routine. So if you can get into the routine before you go to bed, I'll do a wind down routine. So a shower, a cup of tea, start switching off your laptops an hour early. Either have a conversation with your partner, that's new and novel, or just read a book or do something that doesn't involve a screen for the smaller amount of time before you get into bed, and you will find that you'll get into bed and you'll go to sleep quicker. Some things to avoid if you want to have a great night's rest is caffeine. Caffeine just makes us wide and tired, essentially, and the more that we get into that wide and tired cycle, the harder it is for us to get out of it. Sugar and processed foods, they're very stimulating to our body, and the body takes a lot of work to process those things. So having sugar and processed foods when you are already under stress trying to go to sleep, not a great combination. So relaxation, there's tons of stuff you can do for relaxation. Find something that you really resonate with. For me, it's massage. A good massage will send me away to a different place, which is great, because then I can cope better with the everyday things of life. Sauna, going for a bushwalk is another thing that really works for me. It's called nature therapy. It can change the way I view the world, so that's always pretty good as well. But yoga and herbs and just simply sitting still for a while is a great thing to induce relaxation. But you've got to try and do something. So my challenge for you today is to try and find 5 minutes where you can relax, and it can start as simple as with a 5-minute relaxation thing. So if anybody has no other questions, I can't see any there today. I'll end off here but saying, if you watch this video, would you mind liking or making a comment? Because what happens with Facebook is that they see that there's no interest in the post, and they won't, and it's not just a simple case of like anymore. If you don't comment, they drop the group out of your newsfeed, so you have to dig around to find it to be invited to be able to watch anything that I post. So, and the other thing is, I'm here to help. So if you ever need any tips or tricks or anything, just send me an email and I'll happily get back to you. And so I wish you a very fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.